something.
But you can't,
Let me know when you're ready. Okay. Welcome to the Sarpy County Board of Equalization meeting. Today is Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. It's 3:00 p.m. Please silence all cell phones. A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the north wall of the county boardroom. We'll call the meeting to order. We have present today Commissioners Kelly, Klug, Warren, Mixon, and Burmeister, along with our County Administrator Bonnie Moore, our County Clerk Deb Hotaling, our County Treasurer Jeff Mikesell, and our Deputy County Assessor Jackie Moorhead. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll start with the consent equalization agenda with items that are typically routine. Would anyone like to see any items removed from the consent agenda, or if not, a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Klug. Any discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
Item 5.1 is minutes from February 27, 2024. Deb Hotaling, Clerk Register of Deeds. Anyone want to make a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Klug,
Second.
second by Commissioner Warren. Any discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 4, abstain Mixon.
Item 5.2 is tax corrections 17399 to 17401. Jackie Moorhead, Deputy Assessor.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Do you have any questions?
Any questions for Jackie?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Klug, second by
Second.
Commissioner Kelly. Any discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
Item 5.3 is motor vehicle exemption applications 3, Jeff Mikesell, Treasurer.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I understand the topic on this issue of the two vehicles has been pushed right for 2 weeks now. So on the 19th, we will discuss.
Okay, and then you've got the third one.
Third one's fine.
Okay, so we've got 3 applications, 2 of which we need a motion to continue for 2 weeks, and 1 of which we need a motion to approve or otherwise. Anyone want to make that motion?
Which one are we approving?
Yeah, which one are we?
Oh, sorry, the Midlands Community Foundation. Thank you, Thank you, Commissioner Kelly.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the Midlands Community Foundation.
Second.
Okay, motion to approve the Midlands Community Foundation application made by Commissioner Kelly, second by Commissioner Klug. Any discussion? Please vote.
Thank you.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion
Then
carried.
do we need to make a motion to postpone those other ones?
Yeah, we should probably do another one on that one.
So moved.
Motion to table for 2 weeks by the other 2 applications by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Klug, and that is the Mills family application and the Synergy application. Any discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
All agenda items having been addressed as published, the Board of Equalization is adjourned and will reset for the Board of Commissioners.
Okay,
Welcome to the Sarpy County Board of Commissioners meeting. Today is March 5th, Tuesday, 2024. It's 3:04 p.m. We have present today Commissioners Kelly, Klug, Warren, Mixon, and Burmeister, along with our County Administrator Bonnie Moore and our County Clerk Deb Hotaling. We'll start with the Commissioner Administrator announcements and comments, starting with Commissioner Mixon.
I have none, thank you.
No comment.
No comment, thank you.
Bonnie?
No comment.
Okay. We'll move on to the consent commissioners agenda with items that are routine. Would anyone like to see any items removed from the consent agenda, or if not, a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Klug. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Warren. Any discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none. Oops, motion carried.
Item 5.1 is minutes, February 27, 2024. Deb Hoteling, Clerk Register of Deeds. Would anyone like to make a motion on this item?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Klug, second by Commissioner Warren. Any discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 4, abstain Mixon.
Item 5.2 is Resolution 2024-065, Interlocal Cooperation Agreement with Sanitary Improvement District, SID 317, Granite Lake, for improvements to a portion of Lincoln Road. Scott Bovick, Deputy Administrator.
Thank you, Commissioners. This is an interlocal with SID 317 Granite Lake for them to reimburse us for their cost share of Lincoln Road project, $237,750. I showed you this map up here. I know we talk a lot about how we finance roads, but this is a good example of how we do this. Lincoln Road was constructed in 2017, 3 lanes from 96th Street to Whitmas Drive. At the time, there was nothing out there, so we really pioneered this road, graded it, paved it with the 3 lanes. The first development that came in was Lincoln Way, and they paid for their share of frontage. The next project that has been developing over time was SID 317, and then just recently in the last year, Granite Lake, Granite Creek West and East came in and paid $604,000, and there's one remaining undeveloped property on the north side there. But if you look at the bottom left-hand box, the project was 3 lanes for 3/4 of a mile. The total project cost was just under 1.9, and the county's net cost on this project will be $600,000. And so by the county being able to go out and pioneer this road and get it built before the developments came, we were able to do it at a lower cost than what it would cost us to do today. So we beat inflation. And then over time, as these developments come in, they find that they can pay a more affordable cost. It allows them to develop, and allows them to have a more competitive price point. And the other benefit about pioneering roads when we can is all these developments have had to grade their site to match the road that we built, and they've had to comply with the access points that are already in place. So administratively, it becomes very easy for the city of Papillion to administrate the planning pieces of it, and then for us to just send them a bill for the cost share. And so when you look at your interlocal today, the Kayla Hathcote put together, it's literally just a couple pages long, and it's just them reimbursing us for that cost with our documentation. So anyway, just wanted to share that example. I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Any questions for Scott?
So was this stretch of road, was it annexed
It's not annexed.
before we pioneered it, or is it still in the county?
This road is not annexed yet, and it'll probably be some time till it is annexed, until those SIDs become attractive for annexation by the city of Papillion.
But any agreement that was entered into before annexation remains in effect?
Yep,
after
we're entitled
annexation?
to that cost share, and the city of Papillion has been, and the other communities all understand that we have that financial outlay and that we're entitled to be paid back. So we have a really good working relationship with them on that. If it would be annexed, the city would take over all responsibility for maintenance.
Can you put the map back up?
Yeah,
So you're telling me Papillion hasn't annexed anything west of 96th Street?
Papillion, I believe, has annexed east of 96th Street, and then to the west of this area, they have annexed that lake, that new lake that's there. And then to the north is like the Fidelity development, commercial development. They've annexed that.
Doesn't annexation have to be contiguous?
If you saw a larger map,
Yeah.
Commissioner, I think you'd
Can
see
you
how
show
they.
me one of those maps off the record sometime?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can show
appreciate
that.
that.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, Scott. The only question I have, the numbers that you're showing up there, the 237, the 250, all of them combined, that's the portion that is applied to the road. That's not in county.
Right.
Okay, but we've outlaid this money, so the 250 up top, we outlaid the money. So
Yep.
do we charge interest on that, or do we give it?
we don't typically charge interest on that. We just charge what that initial cost was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I would say too, when we talk about these total project costs, the 1.857, that's construction, that's engineering, that's right of way that we may have purchased from the property. And so it's a true total cost where, our ending amount is a third. So we do carry that, without getting interest paid. But again, it helps spur that development quicker.
Well, that and also completing it when we did before everything else just saved a lot of time and money.
Yep, 5 to 10% savings on inflation per year and predictability on where the road is and access points. So, yeah.
And usually it fills up pretty fast if the road's there.
Yep.
Okay.
Developments have fixed costs where they can make decisions based on what they know they owe versus going to cost me something someday. So,
Okay, thank
good
you.
partnership.
Any other questions?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Mixon. Any discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
Item 5.3 is a resolution 2024-074, declares Sarpy County, Nebraska as not a sanctuary county for non-citizens. Bonnie Moore, County Administrator.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Last week, Fox News incorrectly reported that we're a sanctuary county. And so why does this matter? Well, the implication is that if we're a sanctuary county, we're willfully non-compliant with immigration and customs enforcement, and that's just not the case. The board has never taken a formal action to say that we're a sanctuary county, nor have the actions of corrections or the sheriff's office ever been consistent with the actions of someone who would be in a sanctuary county. So this resolution sets the record straight that we're not a sanctuary county. We uphold the law and will continue to comply with immigration and customs enforcement's request. Any questions for me?
Questions for Bonnie?
No, I have a comment, though. I was watching the news when it came on. I was a little surprised. It was in Sarpy and Hall County, but yesterday the sheriff's office sent me another Fox story that was released yesterday, I think, that identified all the sanctuary counties and cities by state, and there are none in Nebraska on that list. So I sent the reporter a note and I said, hey, appreciate you setting the record straight. Would you please let the folks on the TV crews know that we're not a sanctuary county? But I think we're going to keep showing up as long as there's this website called the Center for Immigration Studies that's had us on their list as a sanctuary county before I was even a commissioner. So perhaps the county attorney's office can settle the score with those folks and make sure that they take us off the list, because I'm sure that's where it's coming from.
I think a number of years ago, County Attorney Lee Polikoff attempted to contact that organization. They're not affiliated with any governmental entity, so not to be confused with like a USCIS, which is a governmental entity.
Yeah.
That CIS is just a separate independent website from my understanding, but I will follow up.
Well, it may not work, but I mean, if somebody's posting on the web inaccurate information, at least we have a responsibility to let them know that. So I would appreciate it if we could at least reach out and ask them to correct the record.
Sure, I'll follow up.
Because this comes up about every other year, and this one was a little bit shocking because it was on national TV. So I appreciate the efforts of the county attorney's office. Because I called Mr. Polikoff that night and he jumped right into action, so I was appreciative of that. And I think, philosophically, from a larger standpoint, the fact that we're identified as a sanctuary county could have something to do with the fact that millions of people are pouring over our borders illegally, and I think a lot of people, myself included, are getting pretty fed up with our lack of control at particularly the southern border. We elect these leaders to go to Washington to solve these problems. And it seems to me they spend all their time on Twitter making political talking points instead of walking across the hall and talking to their colleagues to come up with a solution to the problem. And it starts all the way at the top. And But I'm not letting the Nebraska delegation off the hook for sure, because they're part of the problem up there. I think Washington's just a hot mess, and it's really disappointing. And I think most clear-thinking people, anybody with common sense, would realize that when you let 10 million people come into your country that don't share your values, your language, or your morals, it's not going to end well. So I hope they get this fixed sooner rather than later.
Just a quick question. So I always hate these kinds of reports, because what is the definition of a sanctuary county? But one of the questions I was asked by some people in my district who I talked to is about the relationship of the county attorney with ICE in order in terms of notification. And so I saw that Lee Polikoff put out a press release, and that there is a relationship there, and that those notifications are made, correct?
My understanding is, and John Rice, do you want to speak to that further from the county attorney's office perspective?
Sure. No, the county attorney's office definitely has every positive relationship with ICE, and will continue, always have and always will. We have a mutual interest here. And so, no, we don't have any issue working with ICE and doing the right thing here. So I am at a loss how we are determined to be a sanctuary county. At a loss, completely. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
You bet.
Any other questions or comments, or anyone want to make a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Klug. Any further discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
All agenda items having been addressed as published, the Board of Commissioners is adjourned.